Hello everybody, my name is Cap and welcome back to CappTech. Windows Defender is Microsoft's answer to the antivirus software market. Originally released during Windows 7 as an optional download as part of the Windows Security Essentials packet, starting with Windows 8 all the way through current Windows 10 version, it is now integrated directly in the operating system. So at least brand new systems with no external software or third-party applications have some sort of protection on their computer. But better than nothing doesn't necessarily mean it's good. And while it has gotten better over the years, it's still not very good when comparing to basic software that's free and available for people to download. In the most recent AV Comparatives real-world testing done in August of this year, the Microsoft software scored one of the lowest tests out of all of them, only being able to block about 96% of detected malware. I always recommend people having a really good real-time scanner on your system, something that's running in the background, usually a paid antivirus, but there are good free ones like Avast or Avira that you can download, and the links to those will be in the video description below should you not want to pay for an antivirus. And if you are running a third-party antivirus application on your system, I highly advise you to disable Windows Defender, because if not, you basically have two active scanners scanning the exact same thing over and over again. It just causes a system performance hit. Instead of having one antivirus take care of everything every time you access a file or download it, now you have two of them doing the same scans. You have two software packages doing weekly scans and taking up resources on your system. It's just not necessary. So if you're only running Windows Defender, you can completely ignore this and just make sure that virus definitions are up to date. But if you are using a third-party application, I'm going to show you how to disable Windows Defender so that it's not causing conflicts. Since there's slight changes in the way the operating systems look, I'm going to show you in both of them. I'm going to start off with Windows 7. In order to get to Defender in Windows 7, the easiest way to do it is to click on the Start button down in the bottom left-hand corner and just start typing in the word Defender, and you'll see it pop up at the very top. It says Windows Defender. You can click it. This is the easiest way to get to it. And you'll see it's brought up and letting you know that it's running and everything's great and wonderful. Now at the top here, you can click on Tools, and you'll bring you to the options here. Click on Options, and where it says automatic scanning. Now by default it's set to run every single day of the week. You can change what time it is, you can do a quick scan, full scan, whatever like that. I usually change it to only run about once a week because it's unnecessary to run every single day. And the other thing you want to make sure you check on is real-time protection. And by default it is checked to use real-time protection. You can uncheck that and then make sure you click on save. And what that'll do is it'll still keep the engine running in the background for Windows Defender, so you can still do the weekly scans. You can still do an on-demand scan should your system start acting up by clicking on the scan button up here. But it's not going to scan every single time a file is downloaded. So if you're surfing the internet, every time a web page decides to download a temporary file to your system, this scans it along with your antivirus, and that's just a little bit overkill. In Windows 8, 8.1, and Windows 10, the Windows Defender software has a little bit of a user interface change here. You still access it the same way I showed in Windows 7 by clicking on Start and just start typing the word Defender, and it'll bring up automatically in the list so you can click on it here. So once you actually get to the software, you'll see that it still shows as on. And over in the top right hand corner up there, you're going to see where it says Settings. And if you go ahead and click that, this will take you into the system settings for it under the Windows Defender subsection. And you can see at the top where it says Real-Time Protection, recommended of course because it's Microsoft software. All you have to do is click the little toggle bar there and it'll switch it from on to off. And then once you go back to the actual Windows Defender main screen there, you'll see that it's now turned off for real-time protection. One large annoyance that came with the Windows 10 Anniversary Update Edition a few months ago is that it really started causing problems with Windows Defender and how it interacted with other antivirus programs. And in that, Windows Defender would pop up and say, hey, your Defender's off because you have an existing AV program. Please uninstall it and make sure Windows Defender is on. And to which, third-party vendors were out there like, hey, stop telling our customers to uninstall the software they paid for to use your subpar software. So should you happen to see this come up on your system, just ignore it. Most antivirus software has put out patches to keep Windows Defender from popping up with this, since it's kind of an older problem now, but I'm mentioning here just in case you do happen to see it, you don't freak out and think that Windows is trying to trick you or something. So that about wraps it up for what I was trying to show you in this video on how to disable Defender if you are using a third-party antivirus, or even if you're using a malware scanner such as Malwarebytes or Super Anti Spyware. Those can cause conflicts, and it's unnecessary to have Defender running if you're using real-time protection with those. So of course, if you have any questions, do drop them in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video or found it useful, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button, because you know I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for your time. You have a great day, and I will talk to you later.